Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Call for episode 228 of On the Backs of Gods. I'm your DM, Jillian, and we have our players here today. Same as always. We have Kyle, Matt, Katie, Josh, and Greg. Uh, uh, Shout out to my mom, who just got out of surgery. She is chill. Uh, so when you get to this episode, Mom, in like a month from now, I hope you're I hope you're doing good. Um, as
Recover
a uh,
smoothly.
as a kind boon on my mother's day of surgery, I will be giving advantage to her two favorite characters, which is Russ and Egil. So whatever they're up to, they have advantage for whatever happens. Maybe I'll roll something off screen for Egil just for fun. See what he's up to and if it's going well. Um, well, I'll go ahead and give us a little recap and then we could jump into things. Uh, Currently, you all are technically, I suppose, in Skull City, which is aptly named. It is a city inside of a skull. Real big skull. Though I am here for itty bitty like Flea Skull City. There we go. That's just like a little traveling circus, but that's for later.
That's what'll be
Um,
left after this next apocalypse when, people are having their skulls built inside of.
So you guys are currently trying to deal with a local gang called the Blind Eyes. Today is Skull City's birthday, and you believe that they're up to something. And you're like, not on our watch. We don't know what you're doing, but we're here to stop it, whatever it happens to be. And it's not happening while we're here, no, sir. You all say. The thing is, they don't seem great. They've been bothering local businesses and being an all around pain in the ass. So I mean, it's not like you broke into just some like orphanage and we're like, we're on to you kids. These guys seem like they're up to something. You just don't
Ooh.
exactly know what it is. You guys have assumptions that you've made. Could be right, could be wrong. I guess there's only one way to find out. You decide that you're going to go through so there are two entrances to get into this base. One of them heavily guarded. The other one seems to be for some reason not being used. It's because it's full of bugs. You go in through this entrance and uh, are accosted by just a bunch of bugs, which you are able to evade most of them by becoming wind and then setting up a bit of a barrier. Uh, are able to unlock a door quickly and then are really good at communicating to bugs that they shouldn't fight you anymore and should just casually go about their business. You communicate this to the one intelligent bug. And by one intelligence, I mean their intelligence is a one, not uh, but one of them seems maybe the smartest of the bugs. Perhaps he has a two intelligence. And Nyx is able to convince him that they are friends, and she's now riding a bug through this situation. Um, you are able to unlock a door, move forward. You hear the bugs you sent ahead being murdered because I'm sure they tried to assault the people at the end of the hallway. Um, there were two people guarding that entrance, Douglas and Douglas. One of them an archer, one of them just Douglas. And you guys sneak on over after they're like, we should go tell our friends that there's bugs and we should fix this problem. They turn their backs and then you guys murder them with their backs turned. And by them, I mean one Douglas. The other Douglas, you charm and like basically push into a corner and still intimidate him even though he is charmed. And there are a lot of threats, and then maybe somebody turns into dead Douglas and tries to convince other Douglas that that Douglas isn't dead, even though there's like nowhere to like hide Douglas. It's just a hallway. So now there's just, I guess, three Douglases, three Dougli. Um, and uh, you decide that Fen, who is now disguised as Douglas, will go into the main room where all of these gang members are and
Can
try to
I,
pick a fight. Yes.
um, Doug Trio? Thanks.
Oh, thank you.
Oh
Thank you.
no!
Inspiration if you didn't have it. Uh, it works for me. Uh, on this day of my mother's surgery, hell yeah, I have an inspiration. um, But Fen goes disguised as Douglas and steps out of the room into the room full of bandits. They're not bandits, full of gangsters, I suppose. Uh, hooligans. Uh, you come out and you decide that you're going to, I guess, bully the main guy bottleneck into coming up to where you are so that you can either beat him up while nobody else is looking or maybe drop him into a hole. I'm not sure of what the game plan is or will be, but Fen says some mean things to Bottleneck about him, I guess, not being a good leader. And a woman stands up and says, "How dare you, Douglas?" and slaps him across the face and throws her ring at his feet, ruining dead Douglas's relationships, one after the other. And then he just casually walks back into the room, pursued by this woman who did not like what he did. And then you guys pull out your portable hole, and she falls in the hole. And then you cast silence, and then nobody can hear anything in the space. And then Fen Douglas is on the ceiling currently, and Keld is stuck against the wall, the hole at his feet, like fingertips vaguely may be able to touch the door if he tries really hard. Um, and Bottleneck comes up and sees this. He sees everybody besides Keld and sees like big hole in the ground. Can't hear anything. Douglas is on the ceiling. There's people in here I do not recognize. Also, probably sees a body on the ground, to be fair. And then is like, give me a second. And then turns around, walks back down the stairs, and they go ahead and arm their ballistas, which you see one of them is pointed very strategically kind of into the hallway you are at currently. Uh, and that's where we are going to pick up is with Bottleneck, this huge muscular dude standing now at the base of the staircase. Uh, Currently, Fen Douglas, you are the only one who can see him from your vantage point. Everybody else is sort of blocked off by this portable hole. This is all accented by the sound of this woman screaming in pain at the bottom of this hole because she fell poorly. And it almost killed her dead. She took a lot of damage on that fall. But you hear a voice call out. Um, Kind of curious how we've gotten into this situation, Douglas. You and your friends here. Um, Not my favorite situation I've been presented with today. Now, I'm willing to let you say your piece, Douglas, but I can't promise I'm gonna listen. By all means, what are you and your friends doing here?
We mean to protect the city and the people therein. Can't have you using that gas spore.
I'm gonna roll. I'm giving him advantage. He knows Douglas. Didn't even need it. Unaffiliated dice is killing it today. Um, it's not that I needed a very high roll for this situation at the jump, but uh, now Douglas, is that who I'm speaking to currently?
Gonna drop the disguised self.
He's kind of like squinting up at you. You guys are like at like a sizable distance from each other. He's like, okay.
Not Douglas. Intend to stop you regardless.
Right. Uh, could you tell me where my brother is?
Uh, which brother?
Douglas, the
Ran
man
off.
whose face you were wearing.
Oh, that one. He's in the hallway.
Now, I'd love a deception check. This is technically true, but it's, more of a tinge of there's extra. Is it a lie of omission? Yes. But we'll see if he picks up on that.
17.
Okay. Well, strangers in the hallway, we found ourselves in a bit of a situation. Uh, I'm a busy man, and I suppose you have a couple of my guys in that hallway with you who I'd like to see return safely. Uh, you're dealing with, at least in one case, mostly a civilian. Uh, I do not plan to stop what I am doing. Um, So maybe we can come to an understanding of perhaps nobody dying.
Does anyone want to understand him?
Ask him where Waylon is.
Where's Waylon?
He takes like a look around the room, like a dramatic looking about the room. Anybody else see Waylon? Sorry. Gotta talk to me.
Roshan, would you rather just talk to him?
I think Roshan has been distant and preoccupied with other thoughts. This guy is boring, and I think you see a look of Roshan wants to fight.
It's the wildest shit I've ever heard. A ballista aimed at his face. No, yeah, give me the ballista.
Oh my fucking god,
I'd rather have the
Roshan!
ballista.
give me the ballista. Girly, I see ballista.
God's like, hold on, wait a minute.
Hang on now.
I'll
Alright,
pick
look-
up the hole so she stops screaming.
Jesus.
Will probably help.
Does anyone want to talk to this arsehole? I mean, we could just fight.
Could at
Being
least get the
honest.
ballista out of the picture.
We really could. We could try, but
All right, I'll be honest with you, Bottleneck. Just took a straw poll. None of us really trust you not to be a bad guy. So, unless you can change our minds that your intentions are good and you don't mean to harm anyone innocent, then I think it might come to fisticuffs.
I see. Well, firstly, may I say that I disagree that falls to me, as you have come into my space. And I am content to shoot ballista at you. That does not bother me in the slightest. I'm content to tussle, if need be, to protect my people. And I will do that. We will hopefully be able to move back our civilians as best as we can, if you are so obliging breaking into our space. But can I promise you that no innocent people will be harmed in what is being planned? On our end?
We're only
No.
mostly only down here because you've been bullying innocent shop owners and taking their wares and strong arming them. We'd like to see that stop. You don't seem like a man who wants to talk reasonably about it.
Okay, we'll leave them alone. Won't bother Pink no more.
do I
Won't steal
trust that?
You're welcome. First off, you are not looking at this man's face. You are in the back of a hallway. You've never met this dude before. I'm gonna say you just have to follow your heart on that.
I think Keld's gonna, I guess, since Finn's talking, ask if who he's after.
Now, new person. The second person. I currently, and maybe you can understand this, do not feel comfortable telling you my goals based on our current situation. And if that is the reason we must fight, so be it. But
I think
don't
we're
feel
all
comfortable.
uncomfortable in this current situation.
No, I can see that being true. But you certainly put yourselves in this situation, and then put me and my people in this situation of you being here. So I suppose if you are willing to lay down your arms and get comfortable, you are welcome to stay here for the day. You will have to stay here for the day, is my wording of this. And then you will be allowed to leave unharmed.
I take it you want us to stay here while you guys are busy?
Correct. If you don't mind holding down the fort, new guy.
Don't think we should take that.
No, seems like a very bad idea. Counterproductive.
Listen, our intent is not to cause any harm to the citizens of Skull City.
Well,
Never
that's
has been
good.
the goal, never will be. So you piss off a couple shopkeepers. That happens occasionally. But we will be hurting no innocent people today. Do you guys need the huddle?
Fenn's
We
gonna
can
cast.
either
Fenn's gonna
demand
cast
answers or
Zephyr. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
we can either demand answers or bloody noses.
Yeah.
I don't think we're just gonna stay down here all day. So
I think
No,
rather
there's a party
bloody
happening.
noses is
Uh,
about
Roshan
what
I'm
will
worried
cast.
about a few folks.
Let's try not to
Can
kill
we
anyone we
start
don't need
casting
to
shit,
kill.
Jillian?
I'm gonna say roll initiative.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's only fair.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Well. Huh. Okay. Fine.
I have a few people to roll for.
Yeah, you too?
Okay, fasties.
I guess. I didn't even know what I was going to be doing, so here we go.
Doot, doot, doot. Doot, 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 doot. Next. Civilians. Okay. 20 and up.
Natural 20 for a total of 27.
Natural 20 for a total of 24.
Okay. 15 to 20.
17.
Okay. Oh, 10 to 15.
13.
Over a 10 this time. Good job. Good job.
Yeah.
Nix.
I rolled a 1, so 3.
Oh my
Mm.
god. What?
Guys, I'm busy looking at this dead Doug on the ground and thinking I need to go get some hair from him to save him.
Oh boy.
I'm busy.
When we
Okay.
arrived, they had a plethora of Dougs. Now they are Dougless.
Mm.
Unless
So
there's more Dougs hanging out, we don't know.
there could be. Fen, you are up. Nana, you're on deck. I'll sort of lay things out for you, Fen. There is bottleneck sort of down the stairs in the center of this room. The room itself is like 3 stories of structures. And from your vantage point, you can see the ballista in front of you, armed by 3 dudes who are on the ballista currently. You can see that there are a good few handfuls of armored and armed people. You can also see that there are many handfuls of not armed and armed people mixed in currently. It's your turn.
I have walked into this room. Is it just the one ballista, or are there
Oh, so you're
others that?
walking in?
No, I walked in last session when I looked like Doug.
Yeah, but you walked in straight forward, yelled at bottleneck, walked back out.
Yeah.
Um,
Did I get a look at
you,
the room from the inside while I was in there?
you got a look of some things. Based on what you saw, this ballista was covered up, so it looks like a lot of things are kind of covered up. There could be more ballista. There could be more things.
Okay. I will cast Zephyr Strike and use my movement to get into the room. How far down the hall? Like, I'm right near the doorway, right?
I would assume you're like at the doorway. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I can I'll say I get 30 feet into the room, unless that puts me right up on bottleneck. I don't want to be there.
Okay, so for you to do this, I'll explain and you can tell me what your intent is. So either you could go in, because you were like on the ceiling, so you can
Yeah.
go in, jump down and start moving, or you'd kind of be like, you'd have to kind of go straight up or like sideways, because of how tall the ceiling is. So either you get on the ground, move forward, or you stay on the ceiling, kind of move more circularly.
Well, then, yeah, I'll get in on the ceiling and kind of like walk up and around outside the doorway and like start like spiraling up along the wall. I got so much movement on this first turn.
Sure, you're up
Because
there on the wall.
And I'm gonna throw 3 shots in the direction of the ballista, or the person that looks like he's got the trigger of the ballista.
Sure, you can aim at this man. Does not look like he's wearing any armor.
Cool.
Are you calling non-lethal or lethal?
He already rolled.
Oh,
Nope.
you already rolled. Never mind.
No,
Never mind.
these guys are gonna do damage if they live. So so it's a 28 to hit the first one.
Yep.
Okay. And 23 points of damage.
He dies instantly.
Okay. Second shot, another guy on the ballista.
Okay,
19 to hit.
that hits.
11 points of damage.
Dies instantly.
Next shot, last guy on the ballista.
Okay.
31 to hit.
That hits.
8 points of damage.
Okay, this guy's still alive.
All right. Use the rest of my movement to keep going up and around in like a corkscrew pattern along the wall.
Sure.
So I would have had 75 points of movement on the first turn because of Zephyr Strike and Dread Ambusher. So wherever that takes me to just like start getting focus away from the doorway.
Okay. Nana, you are up. Roshan, you're the next player character on deck.
All right. I think Nana's going to move forward into the room and try to get eyes on Bottleneck. Where is he?
He's dead center in the room. He's probably like 60 feet away from you.
Okay. All right. I would like to. Let's see. How far away again?
About 60 feet.
About 60 feet. Okay. I have 30 feet of movement, so I will take 30 feet. I will use a bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on Bottleneck And we'll then use. Yeah, I'm going to hold an action. If somebody like attacks me, I would like to parry back. But otherwise, I want to be primarily focused on heading towards Bottleneck. I'm not going to be engaging with the majority of the mooks.
Okay. Bottleneck is going to use a legendary action, and says, "Cover the civilians and kids while they get out. Volley." And the one remaining dude who has just like an arrow like shoved so far into his collar pulls himself forward
Oh, fuck.
and fires the ballista at Fen on the wall.
All right, jeez.
What's your armor class, Finn?
19.
Okay, hey, ballista guy. If you believe in yourself, don't let your dreams be dreams. Am I right? Am I right, Ballista Douglas?
Oh God, it's another one.
Uh, 6.
Quadrugalus. Quad Douglas.
Quad Douglas.
That was hard.
Fen, go ahead and take 13 points of piercing damage as this ballista flies through the air, this huge bolt, and you dodge out of the way, but it does like scrape hard against your arm, and you watch as your blood like splatters against the dirt wall behind you.
I think Fen was like running so fast on the wall that he didn't like, and he's never walked on walls prior to today, so he hasn't had the hang of it, and like he kind of like loses footing with one foot and kind of dangles, and that just takes him just out of the way so that the ballista grazes him, and he'll take half of the damage from that with his
Sure.
uncanny dodge.
Works for me. Okay, that was the legendary action. There was the call for a volley, and you watch as a few of the armored combatants, we'll say about two of them are going to pull uh, what looks like kind of like mason jars from their sides. And you watch as they take the mason jars and like rub them hard like against the side of their belt, and you watch a spark flash across the tops and ignite a piece of fabric at the top of the mason jar.
These
And
guys have
two of these
Molotov.
guys are going to just hurl these into the hallway. um I'll tell you, anybody who's in the hallway, you see Living Douglas is gone. He's like, I know how this is going, and he's already gone. Um, so I'm going to need dexterity saving throws from everybody still in the hallway. I'm going to need 2 dexterity saving throws from everybody in the hallway to be more specific.
Is Keld's bonus +2 or +3?
+2.
Let's do the first one first. Don't give me both at the same time, because then I have to remember things. So we'll do first volley. What do we get?
16.
Nat 2022.
Mm.
23 for me.
Okay.
And
And bug.
Bug got. Bug is orange. Bug got nat 20, so 21.
Go
No, just
Bug.
20. Just 20.
Okay. You guys will take 5 points of fire damage as they're kind of throwing in blind. They're like, we know there's people in there. We just can't see where they are. So they're just throwing in blind. And for the second volley,
27.
Mm-hmm.
13.
18 for me, 13 for Bug.
Bug's
Okay.
copying me.
13 fire damage to Keld and Bug, and then half to everybody else. That was that portion of that team. The other two kind of like these like strong looking armored characters, they're seeing Nana run in and are going to just go ahead and flank her. Just fully move in, flank her on both sides. They both will attack. Oh, my d20s. Come here. Oh no, I'm so excited to roll out the dice at the same time. There it is. Ugh. My hand is too small. I can't hold 3 dice at the same time. What's your armor class, Nana?
Armor class is currently 20.
Okay. One of the first guy's attacks is going to hit.
Okay. I will react to that with a parry, which will allow me to reduce the damage by a superiority die +4.
Sure.
It's 6 + 4 is 10.
Okay. Reduces it to 0, so you're able to fully parry the attack. And then, question. Is parry a reaction?
It is a reaction, yes.
So you're going to lose your reaction because you did that. You cannot attack them now.
Got it.
Okay. Second guy will attack you. Okay. 2 of this guy's attacks are going to hit. 1. Oh. Poor showing, but you know. You're going to go ahead and take 4 slashing damage on the first.
Aye.
Ooh. Minimum damage on both. How upsetting and sad.
No.
And another 4 points of damage. And are you currently concentrating on anything?
Yeah, that would be Hunter's Mark, I believe, on.
I'll need 2
bottleneck.
rolls. Constitution saving throws. You need to get a 10 on both of them.
Alrighty. Okay. Con save. Got it. 17 for the first. And for the second, 24.
Okay. We're going on to the. Those guys have taken their turn. We are going on to the ballista's turn. I'm going to roll a little dice. This shows how many people are willing to now go jump on the ballista, as it needs multiple people to man it. I need to at least roll a 2, and the ballista can fire this round again. Okay. You watch as 4 people scamper up. There are now 5 people on this ballista. You see, like, one guy gets up there and he's like, "Are you guys, you're good?" Okay. And he is going to duck behind cover. So 2 of these guys are going to fully duck behind cover. 3 of them will stand at the ballista. So there's 5 at the ballista. At ballista 1. And yeah, once again, it is going to fire at Fen. That is the easiest target for them to hit at, furthest away from any of their people. And it's just hammering on the wall, just raining arrows down on everybody. What do you add, Mr. Ballista? Okay. Okay, cool. That will be a 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
D10s. rolling so badly on damage. You take 16 points of damage as another ballista flies through the air and just like kind of like hits you again. This time like shoving you back against the wall, but like you keep on your feet and keep moving. Now we're gonna roll for the other ballistas to see how many people get to them. Um, ballista. Okay. 4 people go to this ballista, which means one of them will hide. And the other ballista, only 2 people go up to that ballista. So they are going to stay hidden because they don't have enough people to ballista. But this ballista, ballista 2, has enough to shoot. Once again, Nana, not their favorite option. Everybody else in the hallway, Fen is just, there's like a line of ballista bolts behind him. They will continue trying to knock this guy off the wall. Okay, this ballista bolt kashunks like hard into the wall, and you hear part of it just like a terrible cracking sound as it like hits into like a rock deep in the earth, and just like splinters sort of fly off in your direction as you are moving. Um, Other ballista can't go right now. Doot, doot, doot. That is the ballista's turn. Roshan, you are up. Keld, you're the next player character on deck.
So things pop off, it blows up in his face, and I think Roshan's just gonna look really cool as
Huh.
he releases his celestial soul form and just walk out of the flames in the hallway as with his wings and halo behind him, and just walk 30 feet toward what's his face, Bottleneck, and say, you know, I'm kind of glad you chose the hard way. And that's how he's going to end his turn.
He'll like look up at you and he gives you a wink. And I'm going to use a legendary action. I need Nana and Roshan to roll me wisdom saving throws.
Interesting.
17.
Well, the dice sure do love to tell a story. 8.
Okay. Roshan, you are very cool as you walk in, and there is like, you know, a fear sometimes that you can provoke in nonchalance to violence, that you were kind of aiming for. He returns that energy, and you are able to swallow down the fear that kind of builds up in you. Nana, this guy's too fucking casual about this. There is like a fear. You can feel like the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Currently, you are frightened until the end of his next turn.
Fuck.
Maybe a poor choice of timing on my part, but you know what? That's okay. It's now his turn, so he's going to stroll up to you, and he's going to pull out this just like it is just a piece of metal. It is just a nasty like chipped at the edges, like somebody just went in and made just like kind of gnarled, angled teeth on this piece of metal, and he picks it up.
Fun.
As a kindness, can stand down at any time, and just raises this above his head, and he is going to take his attacks against Nana. When a foe is afeared of him, he gets advantage. Okay, the first attack is going to hit.
Okay. I'd like to parry.
Okay.
Reduce damage by... Oh, that's 6 plus 4 on the dice. 10. Reduced by 10.
Okay, go ahead and take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
He will swing again. That is another hit.
Okay.
I'd like to roll good on the damages, but that's okay. We take what we get here. Take 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And he will take his third attack. Okay, that will also hit. Go ahead and take 13 points of slashing damage. I'm going to need 3 concentration checks for all of those hits, DC 10.
Got it.
You got bonus actions or something?
Okay. 16 for the first. 12 for the second. And 15 for the third.
Okay. So yeah, Bottleneck has just moved into melee with you, with the other 2 guys. Seems content there. Keld, you are up. Next, you're the next player character on deck.
All right. I'd like to step in the doorway so I can get a look around.
Yeah, there are 3 ballistas. You can see a few guys who have yet to start engaging, sort of in like the mix of like the throng of people that look like they are here to party. But there's a lot of civilians here, Keld. Like there's a lot of people that you see are turning to like move away and run.
Mhm.
There's even like a person like next to the door who's like getting up and moving, like trying to get away. There's just a lot of just normal people here. You see Bottleneck and 2 others with Nana, Fen on the wall, 3 ballista. What are we doing?
So, how far away does Bottleneck appear?
He's about 30 feet.
Okay. And the ballistas, did you mention like different levels?
They are on the 3rd level of these like platforms. They are up top.
Mm. I think I will join Nana and fuck with Bottleneck.
Sure.
I guess as I approach him, Keld will ask or say, got a lot of civilians in here. I'm just gonna attack him. Nat 20.
Okay.
29 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just going to be
Risky group to bring some gas spores around.
13 damage for that.
This guy like puts up his weapon to like try and deflect, and it like hits hard down into him, and he like has to like push it back up out of his shoulder to like push you back. And he looks at you, Nana. I'd never do such a thing. And like kind of shakes his own blood off of his weapon and like squares back up with Keld.
What did she say?
Nana said civilians are a dangerous group to bring a bunch of gas spores around, to which he said, I would never do such a thing.
I see. Interesting.
Next attack, if you want to. You don't have to.
I don't know how to get a line of questioning on this guy. Going to, well, I got a 14 plus 9, so 24. 20 something.
Yes, 20 something will hit.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you guys, a line of questioning is going to be hard in combat with this man. You
Yeah.
initiated combat, you foregoed talking to him. It's going to be hard to pull back from that if that is your intent.
Yeah. That'll be 12 more damage.
Okay. Anything else from Keld?
Does it look like 30 feet would get me up to a platform, to the platform where the ballistas are?
Certainly not.
Okay.
That's much further.
Good
To
to
even
know.
just get to like the ladder to the platform would probably be 30 feet for you. So it would like you could start your journey in 30 feet, but then, then the climb.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's the climb. Um, Anything else, Cal?
Not currently.
Okay. Uh, Civilians. These are just average people who are hanging out here. I'm going to roll for them. These people are their friends and family. This decides if some of them are picking up arms and trying to defend their loved ones. Or maybe they just like to swing a bat around. Honestly, none of my business. But we're going to see if some of them want to stay and tussle. Some of them are already staying to do ballista. But see how many
Well, then
more.
they're not civilians, then, are they?
So if somebody comes and attacks me in my home and I defend myself, I'm not a civilian anymore?
Have you been trained on how to use a ballista?
Well, these people haven't on the ground floor. Even okay, this isn't where we're getting into this debate.
It's fine.
We're not getting into the debate of if I know how to use a ballista, am I a civilian? Uh, you guys can check out my summer novel and you'll learn the answer there. It looks like they're mostly like pushing like children and like a couple older folks to like move ahead and along. But you watch a lot of these people like stop and stay. And like they start running over to the area where like weapons had been stored, and you watch them pick them up and it's heavy in their hands and they do not look like they know how to use these weapons. Um but they are picking them up. They are going to spend their action arming themselves. They're not putting on armor. They know that takes a long time, but they're like, I can surely pick up a sword and maybe figure that out for an action. So you watch a good chunk of these people run over and be like, two arms, let's go, and start like picking up weapons. That is the civilian's turn. Nix, you're up.
Cool.
Uh-huh.
Nick sees everybody run out and looks down at this guy that's dead. Doesn't want to be killing people in the first place. Is gonna send her bug inside and get down and collect hair from this guy because she wants to save these people who she doesn't know has done anything wrong.
Object interaction, you take his hair.
Yeah. So Bug is going ahead. I'll activate my symbiotic entity and walk in the room.
Okay.
Bug can move 30 feet though, so he'll probably go attack Bottleneck because he's nearby.
Okay, I'm gonna have him attack one of the other guys. Bottleneck is
Let him
kind of at the
attack
top of this
somebody.
triangle. He'll attack one of the other guys.
Let him
He'll be
attack
like, excuse me,
somebody.
pardon me, I'm here for you.
Let him reach his tentacles around and swing at somebody.
Yeah, swing.
So first, he gets 2, a tentacle and a bite. 10 for tentacle hit.
No.
The bite is 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
Okay. It is 8 piercing damage from his bite.
Okay.
I'm just gonna survey this room from the door and wonder what the hell my friends are doing.
Mm. Actually, yeah. Nix, let's linger on you at the end of this. What is Nix thinking? What is she seeing? Tell me about it. You enter after this combat is basically kicked off and people are doing things. Tell me what you're seeing and what you're feeling.
It's just, I think she looks around and first sees already dead people who don't look like they had much of a chance to begin with up near this ballista, and a bunch of people running away, and people that are responding the way she thinks people from where she's from would respond if they were attacked to protect the people that they care about. And this feels like not what we would want to do. Like there's so many people here that aren't involved. We don't even know what they're doing. Just that they have an item that is poisonous.
Okay. Back at the top of the initiative. Let's go. Fen, you're up. Nana, you're on deck.
All right, the ballista has already hit him twice. Ben's gonna send a thunderclap arrow in the direction of the guy working the trigger.
Okay.
Is a 22 to hit.
Yep.
Everybody within 10 feet of him needs to make a DC 15 con save, please.
Okay. That'll be 3 guys.
Okay. Those people take 10 points of damage, and that guy takes 14 points of damage in addition to that.
Okay. He drops. You watch 2 bodies go flying over the edge and just hit hard and crumple into the ground below.
Does it look like the ballista itself is damaged in any way?
Yeah, the ballista took some damage.
Okay. The other ballista, thunderclap arrow in that way. The other one that's fired so far. Shoot a thunderclap arrow in that direction. Let's slap a sharpshooter on this one. Whoever's working the trigger.
Okay.
A 27 to hit.
Yep. With sharpshooter, wild.
With sharpshooter. DC 15 con save for the people within 10 feet of him.
One person succeeds.
5 points of damage to the person that failed, and no damage to no damage to the other one. And then they will take 21 points of damage to the person that got hit.
Oh yeah, dead immediately, pinned to the wall behind them with an arrow.
And the third ballista, can I be within 30 feet of it if I use 35 feet of movement along the wall?
Sure.
I would like to Misty Step onto the bolt that's loaded into the ballista.
Okay.
And that is the end of Fenn's turn as he wobbles, trying to keep his balance on this ballista bolt.
Do any of my ballistas have enough dudes on them? No. Legendary action. He'll look at Wish he could command himself. That'd be. Oh, that's called weapon attack. He's gonna swing. Ah, reading's so fun. Read good. Me read all the time. Um, who am I attacking? Bottleneck would at least take one attack at the really big armored guy and decide if that's a thing he can handle currently. He would at least take one attack to gauge that. Uh, see if he can figure out that that might be folly for him, or he does a really good job. Okay. Does a 23 hit Keld? Okay. Uh, Keld, you watch this jagged sword land at the crux of like where your pauldrons and helm are,
Mm.
and basically it is like it just skims past you. You watch the jagged teeth of this thing just slide past your neck. Nana, you're up. Roshan, you're the next player character on deck.
Alrighty. Okay. I guess I'm going to go in for some swings on Bottleneck. He's right in front of me, and he's the big boss. So that's where my focus will be.
Okay.
Gonna try for one attack to start. Dee. And that's got Hunter's Mark on it. I'm going to assume 15 will not hit.
15 will not hit.
Yeah.
Like catches your weapon in one of the teeth and like twists it around and like pushes you back a little.
Okay, all right, we try again. How about a dirty 20 to hit?
Dirty 20 will hit.
Okie dokie. In which case, 12 points of damage from Nana's sword. And I believe that Keld can hit harder than me. Bud, do you want to save your reaction or do you want to pop that now?
Keld's not going to react right now.
Okie doke.
Also, I'm going to say
for-
this for the future. I will not allow you to like communicate with people on that. It's
Understood.
I'm going to use it and you have to see if it works out in your favor going
Understood.
forward.
Okay, yeah.
For funsies.
Yoki dokie. In which case, Nana will forego one of her attacks, use a bonus action to give an opening to Keld. This will burn Keld's reaction, and he can add a superiority die to the damage roll on this attack on Bottleneck.
I like
I'm-
literally, yeah. For some reason, my brain stopped on that.
I'm sorry,
too
I was
took
trying
none
to
of
use
that in.
Commander's Strike. Commander's Strike for my maneuvers. I can forego one of my attacks. I use a bonus action. I direct one of my companions to strike. A friendly creature who can see or hear me can immediately use their reaction to make one weapon attack.
And I was saying that Keld was not going to attack.
Oh,
So Keld does not attack when you use this.
okie dokie. In which case, then no expenditure of the superiority die. I will just attack myself.
Oh, well, I already did say I was going to be. We all just got confused. But next time, I am saying, if it happens, it's like, and Keld's like, no, that spends the superiority dice.
Understood. Okay, yeah, I'm
But
sorry.
this time, we will let it go. But
I understand.
Explaining for the future.
A comedy of
Okay.
errors.
A little bit. I do
We all got
apologize.
that.
I'm not trying to
got
make
to
this
it.
more complicated. I really am not.
Neither am I. Keld's just making a stance.
You good, you good. Does 17 hit him?
17 does not hit him.
Okie dokie. Well, that's me for the turn then.
He will use a legendary action and attack you.
Okie dokie.
He sort of looks back and like sees all of these people coming together and like grabbing weapons. You see a look across his face, Nana. Keld, you can see it too because you guys are just both right in his face. It is a mixture of fear, but mostly pride.
Mm.
As these people go and pick up arms to the best of their abilities. And you can see that there's conflict with that. That it's not just like, yeah, come hit him. It's also like, this is rough. Like it's a torn sensation you can see on him. But he will
Cool.
swing at you as you are actively attacking him.
Mm-hmm.
Doot, 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 doot. That's gonna hit. Okay. Ooh. Go ahead and take 16 points of slashing damage.
That for me.
Yep. I don't think I would have hit killed if I aimed at him this time.
Gotcha.
He's too powerful. He's like a crab.
Too strong.
He's like a big tank. You can also see, because you're so close to Bottleneck, it seems like all of this is rallying him in a way. That he is like emboldened in some way and is like pushing past some of his injuries each round. That was that on that. These two guys next to you are going to, one of them will attack. Actually, they're both like, bosses that one, and they focus on Keld and they're like, let's go. These dudes are gonna just bing, bing, bing against Keld's armor. What do you guys need to roll to even hit him? Is your armor class 24? Okay. They need to roll a 19 to be able to strike you. They don't know that,
Let's see.
but they're gonna try. One hit, let's go. No, wait, hold on. I may be getting excited for no reason. Hold on a second. I may have gotten hubris. Sorry, first guy's a no-go. It was a 17, not a 19. There's a little dash through the middle. It makes it look like a 9. They're just bing bonking the hell out of you. 17 again. Devastating. These guys
Hey,
are
that
doing
was
their
a good
best.
try.
They're coming in hot and doing their best. They're doing what they can. The other two of these guys, the guys who threw the bombs, see not a biblically accurate angel, but an angel, I guess, walk into the room, and they're like, "That's probably a problem," and they're gonna run over and start giving you the skiddly bops. Unsure what to do about that. Just that they're like, that looks like it could be bad, and I can't get to the man standing on the ballista. These two are covered. Other person's further away. There's also a bug, and we're gonna ignore the bug for right now because it's currently not our problem. Just like this bug's trying to eat this dude, and he's like, "Hold on, please." Um, do, 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 do. 3 attacks against Roshan. What's your armor class, Roshan?
15.
15. Okay. It's. Ooh, okay. So one of the first guy's attacks hit. 3 of the other guy's attacks hit that way. That way with the words.
On Well, I guess on the first attack,
Mhm.
Roshan will use Hellish Rebuke. So they need to make a dex save.
Yeah, let's go. I can only assume that's a fail. Yeah, 13, I'm assuming is not good enough.
They take 25 damage.
Ooh, ouchie. I feel like that's the most you've ever done with a hellish rebuke. Holy shit.
Well, and it's because of the radiant form.
Yeah. I was just like, shit. Usually you roll like 3. Usually it's
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 damage.
A lot of times it is just like two small numbers on the d10s, and it's like, I did 5 damage to you.
I did it. Hiya. Okay. So 4 damage on the first.
Okay.
And then 12 on the second.
Okay.
10 on the third. It's really nice not rolling 1s on the damage anymore. That's kind of cool. 8, 11 on the final one.
Okay.
Okay, 2 guys on them, 2 guys on you. Ballista. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. We're gonna roll to see if enough people show up to help Ballista. There are only a limited amount of people that can still go in Ballista, but there's a few more in the tank. Ballista. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Okay. 2 ballistas in play. One of the ballistas, the people don't eat. They're like stop running towards because they're like, there's just a man on the ballista now. There's a whole dude on the ballista. He's wondering. You can see the thought flash like on everybody's brain. If fire the ballista, does the man go flying? We all wonder it. Actually, hey, how many people go over there? Is that enough? They're gonna try and shoot you off the ballista. So the first 2 ballista, who are we aiming at? The only person not in a crowd currently is Nyx. So I will be firing 2 ballista shots at Nyx. Ballista. Nat 20. Let's go. Nyx is just standing there like, huh. And it's just straight to the chest. Like, oh shit.
Hey, at least you don't have to worry about extra damage dice since I'm immune to crits.
Oh, you're right. You did it. Druids are crazy. What's your armor class?
19.
Okay. This first one kind of like hits into you and you sort of like take it on the side and it kind of like pushes you backwards. But like the ballista, not the ballista, the bolt itself, the other bolt hits into it and like kind of explodes across the back of this other bolt, like raining you in splinters but not hitting you. But this one does hit. So I won't roll it as a crit. I'll just do it normal. Live forever, can't be critted upon, cannot be poisoned.
You can't
Oh,
scare me either.
and I have never been afraid in my life. The damage is so bad. Ooh, the ballista don't want to. Go ahead and take 6 piercing damage as the thing sort of like hits into your armor and like slides down.
I get a bad splinter.
Yeah, it hurt. It's a really bad splinter. It could kill a commoner. Terrible splinter. Uh, Those are the ballistas, except the ballista that's gonna try to see if it can shoot Fen off of the ballista. And they're like, okay, so do we just aim somewhere, just anywhere, or do we try to aim at a person even though there's no way whoever we aim at is gonna get hit? And they're like, see the 2 guys like look at each other, and they're like, and third guy's like, fuck it, and like unlocks the ballista and lets it fully tip downwards, and then is going to just fire straight down. So I'm gonna have you I was about to say oppose the ballista, but she doesn't have like stats. Uh, so we are going to I'm gonna roll an attack with the ballista. You're going to roll a dexterity saving throw. and we're going to see how goes. Ballista. Doo-doo.
18.
Cool. He tilts it down, and you're prepped for impact, and you're like, go. And like the bolt, I guess, was not secured or was not prepared for this, and it just like tilts down. It just like just kind of like slips out and lands on the ground. And the guys are like, oh yeah, it didn't work. like, hmm. They're
Not
gonna
designed to
scatter.
point that way.
They're gonna be like, hmm. Whoop, and they get away from the ballista and fed. They're like, get behind cover. Fuck this. It did not work. Tell everybody that does not work. Uh, that is the ballista's turn. Roshan, you're up. Keld, you're the next player character on deck.
I think Roshan shouts a challenge out at what's his name? Bottleneck. Can't even remember this boring dude's name.
Yeah, so boring.
So boring. And Roshan says, it's unfortunate that you couldn't promise to keep the citizens of the city safe. I guess you really are Bonwin's lapdog. And will cast Shadow of Moyle, becoming even scarier.
You're gonna circumcise him?
Yes, that's what this does. Um, uh, mm, 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 mm. Roll intimidation, Roshan. Why not?
Okay. Um, 15 plus 8, so 23.
He'll look over at your like shadow roiling form, and there is not fear in him from you per se. It is there's fear that can be read on him, but it's not like of you. I don't. Once again, maybe like Nyx. I don't know if this man's ever felt fear in his life. He may not be capable. If you're offering a one-on-one challenge, I'll take it. And he will um so tempting to do a thing and then like you offer up a one-on-one challenge and then do you use your do you use your legendary actions to swing on somebody? Yes, because you're actively being attacked. Okay.
Can I
I'd
finish
do
my
it.
turn real quick?
Oh my god, please.
I use a bonus
Do it.
action to use a class feature to heal myself, and then I'm done.
Okay.
I glow a little bit darker.
Just I'm the portable hole now. It's just like a big black circle just standing in the stairwell.
Advance darkness.
This
The
is my
opposite
portable hole
of
past
light.
play.
And he'll swing on Nana. Yeah, he shouts out on his mono-y-mono challenge and we'll swing. Heart's not in it though. And will miss this attack. And now it is his turn. The challenge stands. One-on-one, no one else. Nobody can really respond on his turn per se, but so he is going to continue attacking. How you looking, Nana?
I am just past bloodied.
Okay. And he thinks his boys, bless their hearts, got killed. So he's like, boys, Lino shop.
I'm
And-
content with this, really. It's fine.
And is going to swing on Nana. Okay, 2 of his 3 attacks are going to hit.
Okay.
Take 11 on the first. And 11 on the second. So go ahead and roll for concentration on Hunter's Mark.
Will do.
And he'll see his people starting to like kind of like surge forward, and he's just like, stay back, make a line. And they're like, okay. And then there's just like a line of people kind of like behind him, like weapons out and ready, doing their damnedest.
First con save was a nat 20 for a total of 28. Second one was 12.
Okay. You just really got to tell me if it's a lower than a 10. That is Bottleneck's turn. Keld, you're up. Nick, you're the next player character on deck. The civilians are in the middle. they're about to go form their line.
I think Keld is very uncomfortable right now. Bottleneck is still like right here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's in melee with you currently.
Okay. So I think Keld will try to address him. We've certainly gone about this the wrong way. But we're here because we're worried about people too. I can tell you've got folks here you care about, and you're definitely working for something you seem to feel strongly about. And we really don't need all this violence. I would love for my party to stand down.
Nana's happy to support that and kind of shift back into a slightly more defensive position, not actively aggressing.
There's definitely some words that we can exchange here rather than blows. If you're willing.
Go ahead and roll persuasion. I'll give you advantage because I liked it. Said the really tall man in the big plate armor.
Missing.
Yes!
What if we talk? And
Excuse
he's
me,
like,
sir?
"Now, hold on."
How would you like it if we just talked?
Can we just talk? 18.
Okay. And he kind of looks at you like there is an understanding between the two of you in this moment. And you watch his eyes kind of glint to the other members of your party, and he's like, it's like they need to stand down.
Right.
Before he will make his people stand down. Because it is apparent in his and maybe everybody else's eyes, if you guys took a turn off from attacking, you might be okay. If they take a turn off from attacking, a lot of people are going to die.
Right.
So you still have your action and bonus action. You can call for your team to lay down their arms if you want to.
Yeah, that's Keld's intention. Wherever you people are. He'll address, I think, because he's seen Fenn and Roshan seem to be the most aggressive currently. Nana gave a little whoop, so I think he'll specifically ask Fenn and Roshan to stand down. Let's regroup.
Roshan and Fenn, do you stand down? Roshan, you might have to turn off all your fancy bullshit that you have on to make it look like you're standing down.
I just see a void.
There's just a void who's like,
There's
I'm
just-
totally standing down.
An aggressive black hole in midair.
I don't know how to interpret that.
I think Roshan will shout back. Oh gosh, I don't. What's an efficient way to say they'll only get hurt if they attack me?
That sounds like a threat.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you the current wording is rough.
Yeah.
I'll take a lap in the hallway. I'm gonna lay down on the ground. Don't worry about me.
I think he'll say, "This is defensive magic. It'll only rebuke attackers."
And Fen?
I'm standing on a ballista. Two people just ran away from it in fear. What do the other ballistas look like? Are they currently being reloaded at the moment?
They haven't been called off yet, so there are people like moving towards the ballistas to do things.
Stop those things and I'll stop. And
You
Fen
see him
will
like
shoulder his
Mhm.
bow and start walking vertically over the precipice and down the wall.
You watch as he like takes like fingers to his mouth and does one of those like loud whistles. And everything goes quiet. Let's all go sit down, yeah? And that's where we're going to take our break. I thank you for being here for a little combat and then a little talk and maybe a little more combat. We'll see what happens. Who knows? But go get a snack and a drink and we'll jump back into things in 10 minutes.
Thank you, Ten.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Code for episode 228 of On the Backs of Gods. We just took our 10-minute break. The party broke into this gang's hideout and initiated some combat. And after sort of taking in the situation and seeing the large amount of civilians and kind of like untrained people in the space that were willing to take up arms to very much not win, uh, Keld had requested that his team stand down, and his team obliged, followed by Bottleneck calling for his team to stand down. And you watch like the whistle goes out and they all stop. Except the guy who has like a bug on him. Like he's like, the bug's not stopping. The bug isn't stopping. Nix, you could use your turn if you want to go deal with the bug and make it stop attacking this guy.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll go ask him to stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say this bug listens to you right now because I don't
I
want to
go
think
pat
about
him
it
on the
too
side.
hard. I'll be like, God, the bug's listening.
There. Easy does it, Rosebud.
Shit. Crazy shit. You watch as he sheathes his weapon, which is just sort of like basically slipping it back into a knot. Um how about we clear out as many people as we can, and we can all go talk if you like.
That seems fair.
Roshan will throw the portable hole out on the floor and soothe whoever's inside of it with a healing word for uh, 8 points of healing.
Okay, that's probably probably what they lost, something akin to that. And
Fennel reach
Mhm.
down a hand to help pull her out of the hole.
If another hand is required, then Nana will provide it.
She is pulled from the hole, and there is a mixture of fear and like a tinge of embarrassment, and she quickly goes and joins with like the people who have been asked to like gather their stuff and get out for their own safety. So she will join them. You see, still a good few amount of people are sticking around, and Bottleneck kind of just like looks to you guys. He's like, does kind of like a like let's go kind of motion, and he starts walking towards one of like the structures.
Do I have a second to grab stuff from all of the people that died to bring them back?
Sure, as long as we have somebody keeping eyes on you, we can wait for you. I need to pour
Okay.
myself a drink anyways.
Next, go run around to all the dead people and collect hair.
Okay.
Each gets their own little hair jar.
Neat. You you take a hair and put it in a container for later. You guys have the funds. It'll just take some time.
Yeah.
Basically he's like, hold on a second. So basically each of you have like somebody watching you. Like just making sure you're not doing anything. Nobody's like on top of you, but you can see that like eyes are on you constantly. Bottleneck is like, hold on a second, and we'll like start like being like, okay, this group do this group do that, blah blah blah, getting people moving and going while Nyx is doing that. Nyx, you'll come back down with hair in hand, as it were, and he will lead all of you into a room.
While I'm watching all of this happen and Bottleneck is working with his people, the people are responding to his orders, can I use my insight to kind of intuit like what kind of working relationship he's got with these folks? Clearly he has concern for them. Clearly a lot of these folks aren't trained. What is their read of him?
Sure, roll insight.
Ooh, that's pretty nice. It is 19 on the dice. I technically have advantage. It'd be a 28 if I just took that. Yeah, that's the one I'm taking.
It seems to be it definitely leans like positive, right? Like I bet if you have a feeling like if you lined up all these people, he could probably name most of them. Like that's the kind of energy you're picking up on. Maybe not all of them, but maybe most of them. Uh, and from a good number of them, it's respect. You don't know exactly what inspires that respect. It
Mhm.
could be fear, it could be something else. Uh, could be just respect for respect's sake for what he's doing. Um, but it definitely is giving off just the it is a community is what you are experiencing. That this is a little community. Uh, please take a seat, and kind of leads you into like something akin to an office. I wouldn't go so far as to call it an office. It looks more kind of like a lounge room, a hanging out room. What do you call them? A man cave. That's kind of the vibe, right?
Love it.
Um,
Love it.
there are places to sit. There are discarded drink containers. Um, he'll go ahead and start pouring another one to give everybody something in these mixed matched containers. Um,
Hmm.
I need a break anyways, so and he'll just kind of get comfortable on a seat. Take a drink, sit.
Thank you. You are marvelously accommodating, considering the circumstances.
I uh I at least want to clear out before you guys inevitably decide to pop off again, right?
Well, it was not our intention to come in here to endanger civilians. Clearly, we had a misinterpretation of the situation at hand, but our goal was largely safety, well being, and lack of harm to those who did not ask for it, did not deserve it. So we will do what we can to repair the damage that we've done to your people, particularly the civilians who were not trained for the situation.
There's just a bug looming in the doorway. It can't really fit through the door, but there's just a bug looming and watching.
I'll bring him a drink.
Yeah. Bring him a shot. Um, See, the thing is, we're just in a bit of a sticky situation, us and you. Um, as the thing is, for my people's safety and the intents of what I'm trying to accomplish, um, I don't know how we're moving past this. It was I can't see how we're moving forward. I am content to try and listen, but it's very hard for me to picture, right?
Well, why don't you give us the lowdown on what you would need a gas spore and weapons of war for inside of a big city.
Especially during a celebration of said city.
A celebration of the city, right? A celebration of those on high. You're mistaken. Um, this isn't a celebration of the people. They may word it that way, but it's not. It's a way for them to parade their fancy head of houses around, remind us who's in charge, that sort of thing. But I don't exactly know what a gas spore is.
It's what you stole from Fuck Your Mother.
Uh,
It contains a great number of poisonous spores. Very little damage could result in the whole thing popping open and then potentially sickening and could even kill anyone within range of those spores.
Can we have confirmation you have that? Or is there something
Oh.
else we need to be worried about?
I can tell you I do not have that on my person. Don't have it here in the base. Um,
You
I
have some
plan.
plans for it?
I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe I know it by a different name and a different look, but I just don't know what you're talking about.
It was an item that was stolen from Fuck Your Mother. It
Yeah.
appears to be a shrunken down, it looks almost like a beholder.
Okay.
Big thing with eyes.
Good.
Doesn't sound familiar at all.
Not really.
Have you frequently, you and your associates, been holding up businesses in the city, thieving from them, robbing them?
Well, sometimes you can't stop the people from doing what they're going to do. But I won't say no, we haven't been. We have definitely been a bit aggressive on a couple storefronts.
Have you been doing it in preparation for today?
Shouldn't hurt.
And what were you preparing for today?
I feel like um, I've been given a lot. So you got something you can give me? What leads you down here today? What inspired this?
Well,
Made some friends? Oh, go ahead, Roshan.
it's the fact that an angel of death keeps covering your tracks, and
Mm,
it's honestly not you so much that we're concerned with, but Bonwin is unsavory to say it lightly, and a danger to anybody.
um, not too much I can say on the matter of Bonwin. Been around a bit, had conversations. Maybe some of the things I am trying to accomplish here were inspired by this angel of death, as you're calling it. Uh, I just see it as an old man who has plans. Nothing fancy, no folklore. But the man's name carries weight, and I have no intent to say anything against him. If he requests something, you follow through.
So, what is it that he's requested you do today?
Oh, well, today's my plans. I don't know what everybody else is up to. It seems you got a bunch of fancy spores. Big beholder, shrunken beholder. Um, uh, we plan to go make a ruckus.
To what ends?
Um, make noise, protest. Uh, maybe if we upset the local constabulary, we get to throw hands.
Already had an opportunity to throw hands today. You Here we sit in this room instead, talking about it.
Uh, yeah, I'd like my people to not die here, though I don't think they're gonna get as aggressively slain out there, to be honest. Um, uh, you're not exactly giving me guard energy, but perhaps I'm wrong.
Well, it doesn't seem like the guard is doing very much to protect the people that we're here to protect. Honestly, we
I
maybe
feel like
they,
you're starting to get it.
but the people are only so the people that are being assaulted by you and your people. That's why we're here. You are the ones making attacks on clubs and shops and the like.
Oh, we didn't attack anyone. We certainly liberated things from them and maybe made a bit of a ruckus and a problem. We did not harm anyone.
Who's breaking windows then?
Did I hurt the windows' feelings? We have not harmed anyone,
Well, everything you steal and everything you break is paid for by the labor of the people that own it.
and they will be paid back in kind.
Are you doing something grand on their behalf and paying them back? How indeed will they be paid back?
Well, first off, you do a kindness for the people. Uh, but then also, you have to understand that perhaps some people more hindered and harmed than others. So we would probably do a bit more outreach in that area to try and smooth over what we ruffled, but needed ruffling.
I'm
So
starting
why
to.
is Bonwin following you and making sure that things slide off you like water off a duck's back?
Maybe he thinks I'm cute. Maybe I am a means to an end. Um,
Can I insight
may
that?
Sure.
Uh, 27.
Where did she go?
Oh no, 25.
Um, there is a good amount of like, you get the idea that this guy does not know the entirety of the picture, right? You think that is apparent. Do you think he knows more than he is letting on? Probably. Did you all just walk in here? Yes. And I've only told him, ooh, we don't like Bonwin as your trade for information. So, currently you're probably not getting the most you could get because, once again, probably the fight did not help.
Yeah. I think Roshan will continue then and ask, um, so if uh, if you're doing this man's dirty work and people end up dead for it, is that all part of the plan?
Uh, Certainly wouldn't be the intent, at least not in the case of the innocent people of the city. Um, we would try to find a way to, as we would deal with these shops, a way to deal with the families of those injured. But our intent is not to hurt any civilians.
So who are your targets, if you don't mind my asking? Because might not be any love lost between some of us and them either, honestly. And others might have quite the opposite opinion.
Yeah, you guys have been making quite the show around town. Um, uh, Waltzing in, uh, being real friendly with some of our faces on high. Uh, so you can understand why I'm a bit dubious on being so forward with you regarding information.
Well, like you, these faces on high, I can't speak for all of them, of course, but there's more to everyone than, meets the eye. Take Mother of the Sworn. She helped us accomplish something very good. She helped rid this world of something very dark, and
He's
we're
telling the
here.
he's telling the truth. Had she not
Oh,
fought alongside us, there's a good chance that the city would have already fallen.
Many others besides it.
oh, these are things I don't doubt. I'm sure people are complex. Um, Even the big fancy ones in their fancy houses. Um, I'm sure the mother of the swan is a complex woman. Um, she was uh, a pinnacle in Skull City becoming what it is today. But so were hundreds of others. And they don't live in big fancy houses. And they're kind of slumming it down here with the rest of us. So it's real nitpicky, in my opinion. And if I don't really see them doing steps to do anything about it, it's kind of rubbing me the wrong way.
You feel like your people are being disadvantaged on purpose. More
Might not
wealth
be on
being routed
purpose, but,
away.
you know, a system has been set up for sure.
Hmm.
And you don't believe that you've had an opportunity to make that known through other means.
I think the blind eyes for quite some time have been trying to make that point known. Um, who has an insight of? Well, actually, I was gonna make it something. Maybe if we just roll about it. Okay. 18 or higher. Um, you can see that as the more he talks, for the past few sentences, he's sort of straightened up a bit, and you watch his eyes kind of glance, almost like he's looking around the room for something.
Is there a chance we're being watched?
He puts his hands up. He's like, I mean, I'm looking at you, but, and there is a shimmer behind him, and you watch as an invisibility fades, and he he looks like he's about to say something and then stops, just fully stops, puts his hands down. You see behind him a halfling woman, looks to be in her 60s or 70s, short haircut, visually 60s, 70s, short, sort of pixie haircut, graying, very stern, kind of lined face, dressed pretty simply. Roshan, from the image you were given, this is Waylon Opus. I got this, Bottleneck. You have a pretty solid connection to the kiln, I've heard.
Rather solid, I should say.
Some of us.
Well, that's a complicated thing. Split on the topic.
It's complicated.
Well, seeing as you are split, I can only assume that those thoughts go one way and then the opposite way. Just an assumption. I could be wrong. But that means I am in a possibly dangerous mixed company. Dangerous across the board. I've seen your work. But I don't want to hurt you just as much as I don't want to hurt any of the good people up there. Never been my intent. Sometimes you cause a ruckus. And she motions over to Bottleneck, who is sitting there quiet and proper. No words. Eyes kind of down. The thing is, sometimes you gotta make waves to make change, right? And sometimes you can't exactly control where those waves go. Sometimes you can control the intensity. And that's the goal, is the intensity of the waves. And sometimes you create a wave and maybe that gets the attention of a lifeguard. So your lifeguard's focused on one thing, so you're able to work as necessary. But lifeguard only has so many people on the clock. So you have to make more than one wave. So my apologies to Pink. She's a dear friend. And I will personally be making it up to her. But currently, a sacrifice. There will always be sacrifice.
If there has to be sacrifice, then why are you working with Bonwin?
Bonwin has the same goal as I do, is showing the people that their gods bleed. Yeah. I think they forget that sometimes.
You want to make a demonstration to the leadership and to the people. Show them to be not so infallible.
Whoever wishes to watch.
What is it you really hope to see out of the end of today? What do you want your people to have gained come tomorrow?
I want them to know that that their parents, that their grandparents, their great grandparents, the people who actually built Skull City matter. Currently, those people are hidden behind pretty murals and fancy statues. Those people deserve to be seen, and I'd like to make sure that that happens.
You're going to do it by making martyrs of the people who already have statues made of them.
Well, most of them are dead as it is, and they can have their fancy statues. I don't believe in martyrdom. I don't believe in it. I truly think if they watch them crumble at their feet, lump of goo, just like anyone else, that they will be seen as such. Your display has to be right. You have to go in with the right intent. Uh, Sometimes you can avoid making a martyr, especially when no one wants one.
I could say that there's one of those people who this city owes its safety to, personally. There's another that I wouldn't mind seeing dead. There's another that I have no opinion on whatsoever. But you seem to view them all as the same.
Uh, People sometimes are in categories. We are the nape, they are the crown. I see the crown for what it is, and they see the nape for what it is. I can't change that they are seen as a whole, not just individuals. But I suppose you don't have to worry about that too much, as it seems some word has gotten round about someone's intent today. So I think that the amount of people representing the crown are going to be quite minimal today, which disheartens me, I'll be honest. Um, but does not change anything for me. I still plan to continue as I was going to do. Um, Even if it's just one, a point need be made. And she'll pick up a drink off the table for Skull City. Now, I think we've fallen into a place where we need be discussing our future. Just the people here in this room. As my friend Bottleneck here explained, I am not very comfortable at this moment with allowing you to stroll out of here. As you have told me already, you are mixed company, and I don't know which is which. You're welcome to tell me which is which, and they can hang out here with who's fun. We can probably find a couple fun people to hang out with. Um, Once you leave, anyways, we'll probably gather the kids back up so they can come back in. Not to contract you as babysitters in the middle of the day. We'll compensate. We'll figure something out. But just I'm I'm wondering what you think I should do if you were me in this situation. That you had a conviction, and perhaps the people across from you do not share this conviction and will maybe do anything in their power to stop you. What would you do?
Well, I think we've always had quite a bit of disagreement amongst ourselves since we've met, most of us, some of us going back to childhood. And always put all that aside to protect people till today, which I think we're probably close to at our worst. But there's still people we can protect.
Well, you can add this to your weighing of the scales. There is now currently only one person who meets judgment today.
Can we surmise who that is?
Oh, sure. You can. How about you roll insight? I'll even give you advantage, and I will see what information you are able to pull from your heart and your mind.
Hmm. 19.
Yes!
So here's the thing.
Hmm.
Here's just the stuff you know.
Mm.
You know that the kiln is aware of this.
Right.
You informed him. The kiln said that he would talk to the others and
Right.
inform them of what's going on to take precautions. He said no matter what, he's going to go through with what he was going to do.
That's what I thought I was remembering.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So maybe I can just appeal to the people that maybe have a shared interest in perhaps seeing somebody get their comeuppance. You know, I wasn't at that fancy party, but I will say the rumors from it spread like fucking wildfire. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that fucking much. He admitted to it in front of everybody that he killed your brother. Crazy. In front of
Hmm.
everybody. Because he knew there'd be no consequences. Not a damn person in that room with power was gonna do shit about it. Not a lick of fear. That's crazy to me that he doesn't feel fear for killing a chief.
He has. Hmm. He has certainly made an impression as one who commits to what he intends to do.
Hey, listen.
Sounds very familiar.
I think I can see a spark in you of understanding. Hell, if I could see that was a fire, I'd let you push the button myself. But currently, maybe I'll keep the honors. But the thing is, based on just the few things I know, the crumbs I've been given from rumor and story, um, maybe you deserve it more than me.
I tried to take that opportunity for myself. I wound up hurting someone I did not intend to. So, I will reserve my judgment at the moment. I do not cotton to people in power sitting on that power and not making use of it to the betterment of their people. That is all I have ever learned was important in leadership, was to care for those beneath you. No matter how far, no matter who, no matter what it took. So, in that regard, I am very much with you.
It'll break Russ.
I think Nyx has been very tense by the door, reading this bug this whole time. As soon as she realized they were talking about killing Sindri,
I deserve nothing. I will claim nothing.
That is, I wouldn't say a shame to hear, but I would say not even disappointing. Um, but I'll just say I thought different. I think you deserve more, but we just met. So maybe I'm wrong. And that's okay. Doesn't change my point of view, but it maybe changes a bit or continues us on our thread of where we're heading currently. I, once again, do not want this to turn to violence between you. You're just visitors to Skull City. Um, our problems, honestly, maybe shouldn't be your problems. Um, we should be able to care and tend for each other, and that does not seem to be the case currently. And all my intent is for that to come to fruition. I just got to get rid of a couple roadblocks.
You're right. We're not from here. These shouldn't be our problems, but there are people here in the city today who we've met outside the city. The roots of this place don't stay beneath this place. They spread out and the other way around. They're intertwined. We've got reason to care about the people here, even the ones we've never met. Including you. Is there another way we could help you that didn't involve more killing?
You know, there was a time, if you had met me quite a few years ago, where I really believed that I could make change, that we could make change from following their rules, um, peaceful protesting, going through the bureaucracy of it all. Um, and yet, nothing was crazy. Not a single thing. And that's disheartening to a woman. That just is real disheartening. But the thing is, they started. They started now. They started listening when we got loud, right? That's when they started hearing us, was when we were loud, when we were breaking things, when we were dipping into their pockets, being their problem. Sadly, that is the only way I've seen things work. And I promised people change.
Have you
This is my
noticed any
opportunity.
change happening?
I'll have to tell you in a couple days.
Mm.
And you know, if I'm wrong, egg on my face, I suppose.
Well, if you're wrong, don't a lot more people have the potential to die? If you strike off conflict within this city between people who think what you did is right and those who are strongly opposed to it and are sure that what you did is wrong, do you think that spark is likely to save more lives or take more? Better more lives or ruin them? Do you think that more people will rise, or do you think that there'll just be a flip? The people that are down here now will be up there then, and the people that are up here will be down there. Will the crown and the nape just flip? Is that the solution that you want? Or do you want everyone to have the view that there is from the crown?
She smiles. It's almost like a nostalgic thing. Once again, if you had been here years ago, we used to sit in this fucking room getting shit faced. Devil's advocate, constantly going back and forth with each other. Uh, and in the end, I should say in the beginning, I probably was more what you were saying. That's kind of where I stood. Uh, Create a vacuum, it fills itself. Uh, and then experience sort of changed that for me. And the thing I've never gotten to see the swap. I've never gotten to see what happens when you create a vacuum in power. And then I could probably answer your question through experience. But I know that the other things I have tried have failed. So I appreciate the thought experiment of it all. But there's only one way to know. It's by doing.
You can undo thought experiments. You can't undo certain types of harm. We were told by the three people at the top not to worry too much about what you were doing. It was the people in the middle that were worried about what was happening to them, not the people at the top. We came here on our own accord, just we five, and unfortunately killed a dozen of your folk. We're, if I know Nick's planning to undo that. If you strike and many more people die, of yours and theirs, do you think that their counter strike is going to be more drastic or less drastic than just we five? And do you think that they will spend time and resources casting magic to bring back the people that they slay? Do you think this is likely to go your way? And do you think you're likely the only one that will suffer for it if it doesn't?
I think I'm not the only one who's tired. And I think you saw a pretty good example of even when we are beaten, and I would not say physically outnumbered, but definitely outmanned in the sense of power. You saw what those people did. These people are willing to fight for what's theirs and protect everything important to them. And honestly, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be super truthful with you right now. Um, I can't imagine what you could say to change my mind.
Well,
Um,
give me one more attempt to do so. I've seen people.
okay.
I've
Shit, she pours another drink.
I've seen people of full conviction pull a gem from around their neck, snap it, have their form disintegrated and sucked into a massive ball of corruption because they believed what they were doing was the right thing,
Mm,
never to come back.
mhm,
Many people did this. Many people met their end that way, brought other people with them because they believed what they were doing was the correct thing. And it wasn't. It was the final thing, and there was no undoing it for them.
mm.
We tried
Well,
to claw back as many of those souls from the precipice as we could. And those folk that fell are gone forever. We've fallen, each of us, at least once, some of us more than once. And we're lucky enough to be back. We've seen many more that weren't. You can't unstrike the spark. I think you've found help in this room towards your goals. But we may not be able to help you if you strike that spark.
Is that so? Her focus has been slowly like scanning away from you, Fen, and has landed on Nyx, watching her in the doorway. Is that so? She says again.
Me, my brother, everyone, we happy to help you all. Use our connections we have, but I won't let you go after him.
Mm.
We won't help with the violent approach.
I'll bring back everybody that fell today. I didn't want anyone to fall.
Well, I appreciate your honesty. Um, Rare thing sometimes, uh, especially when put into a difficult situation. Sometimes people will try to obfuscate, lie to get out of a situation, and then a little cutthroat, you know. That's it's not my favorite way of doing things. It's not my intent. I don't plan to tell you you can leave and then stab you in the back. Um, it's not my way. Uh, it is a pity that we can't exactly see eye to eye. The thing is, we're so close, is the damn shame. And you all are young, and I get it. Y'all still got that hope, right? I can see it that you believe that there's something you could do, that there's someone you could talk to, and perhaps, maybe I'm fucking wrong and there is, and you go up there and you talk to the kiln and you say, hey, there needs to be change right now. And perhaps he looks you in the face and says, by golly, you're right. And then nothing happens. That's sort of how I've seen things kind of come to fruition, is that they don't. Um, you can talk to as many important people as you like, but the second you start sort of kind of shaking up their cozy little house, it's just sort of lies and round talk and nothing. Or small things where some people are like, wow, that's amazing. How exciting. I can eat today. And that's just not enough for me. I am very sorry if we cannot see eye to eye on this, but I truly wish we could because um, I see in you the ability to light this spark. Because I don't intend to light a spark. I intend to start a fire. So be it. So fucking be it. I find no fucking joy in it. The other stuff sounded great. God, it would be fucking great. But the thing is, I could let you go. And the thing is, also, I don't know if I could fucking stop you if I wanted to. I'm not I'm not as fancy as you. I'll tell you, I got a little dagger at my side. I got one in my boot. not really a magic type. Got a couple fancy things on me, but I'm certainly not running up the walls and turning into a winged beasts. You know, that's not where my skill lies. Never has. Honestly, not a lot of people with those skill set, and then 5 of them walk in here, and ooh, for a second, I almost thought I felt that hope. Yeah. So I appreciate the fuzzies for a moment. I appreciate that. But I don't know if we have a concrete plan for moving forward, at least from your perspective of what you would do, what it would do, how it would help, who it would help, what is the timeline. But uh, I have found myself at the end of my wick, the end of the people's wick, and something will ignite. So, unless you have some fancy secret way of just fixing it all
I
for me real
just
fast.
need to know. Are you
Mm,
speaking for yourself? Or are the people speaking through you? Because I'm getting mixed signals here.
um, I suppose you'd have to ask the people, but I have always seen myself. Maybe this is the power getting to my head already. Um, but
It's real.
I truly believe if you ask the people, the actual people of Skull City, that they'd see me as somebody in the right. Of course you're going to run into people who don't. And there's people who will never turn to violence, and I understand that. But I think I speak for the people. I speak for the majority.
It's just astounding to me. I don't know if that's the word.
Mm.
It's hard to wrap my head around the fact that a city so it seems in the future, this city that's so advanced in ways has its people feeling so crushed.
Isn't it astounding that we can market ourselves as such a powerful and, I guess, as you said it, we are the future in a way. Skull City is so technologically advanced that if the rest of the continent turned against Skull City, I'd put my money on Skull City any day.
Hmm.
The whole fucking continent. I think Skull City truly understands the weight of violence. It's how it was established. It's how she was formed. Yeah, we make fancy machinery that helps the people on occasion. Hey, if you have the money to ride the trolley, congrats. The city's working for you. But I know that the powers that be could easily use the power they have, the technology they have, to create weapons to hurt people. And so perhaps if the person who knew how to do that stopped doing that. Now that sounds like a much more even playing field. I'm just here to help balance the playing field.
Hmm.
I've enjoyed this. This has been very nostalgic for me, sitting in this room. They've made it a fucking mess, I'll tell you that much. I hate that you guys are sitting in here and it looks like such a fucking mess. Um, but um, I feel like we're coming to an end of things. I don't think I'm convincing you of nothing. I don't think you're convincing me of nothing. Perhaps there's a magical third option. I don't have it.
Definitely doesn't feel like you're going to be convinced of anything different.
I I don't think so. Um, I wish I still had that capacity, you know? I wish I still believed that other options were possible.
I wish that for you too.
Mm. Hmm.
If only I had a wish.
If only I had a wish.
I don't know how I would use mine to fix it all in one go, Kel. It's
What?
like I could.
I know it's too complicated.
You know, I mean, he owes me a lot. Sindri owes me a lot for the first one, so I'm trying to think if I could use all of that to fix things, or if just the other wish would fix things.
Hmm.
He does owe you for,
He owes me quite a lot. Yeah,
services renders in rather significant magnitudes.
it
Not
was
for
like at
nothing.
least 100,000. I don't know. It was a lot.
I
If
wish
you-
he was here with us.
Like he's dead. I wish he was here with
I wish we had our
Sometimes
sending
I can
stone
still
to
hear
call
his
it.
voice.
Dad.
if you slew him, what would become of the kiln, the physical kiln?
See, now I've heard rumor, and maybe I'm wrong. The kiln, as is, will not die if you cut the head off this snake. It keeps running. The people know how to run the kiln. Skull City would continue to prosper as it currently had been, technologically.
Will Skull City continue to attempt to help surrounding communities? Will it continue to engage in philanthropy and rid the continent of corruption, as Sindri would have us believe his aims are?
Mm. Well, I do enjoy his stories of philanthropy, but I would love if perhaps um, we were able to make ourselves steady first. And then, once Skull City has its feet firmly on the ground, its people safe and content, then by all means, outreach. But currently, it seems like a lot of his focus is starting to drip out of Skull City, isn't it?
Hmm.
A lot of resources not used for Skull City anymore.
But again, the kiln is powerful, and you may strike the killing blow on Sindri. Doesn't mean that the day after tomorrow, overmorrow, that you'll still have your head on your shoulders. Who does that great power fall into the hands of? You're potentially creating a vacuum where worse people could rise and harness that power for something other than good. And I don't know the solution. I don't. I empathize. I spent my first week here walking your porous quarters, watching your people, reading your periodicals. I hear you, I understand, and I have no love lost for Sindri. I worry about what happens when you start the fire that you're talking about. I know that there will be results. I don't know what most of those will be. I know that it will break a person I care about, which will hurt two other people that I care about. They'll probably never forgive me for the role I had in it, whatever that is, whether it's letting you leave this room alive or sitting here and being silent. I don't know, and you don't know, and you can't claim to know what will happen other than things will change. And there's no guarantee that those changes will be
Do
better or worse for any single person.
Are you confident in who will fill that void?
You know what I am confident in? I'm confident in the people. That I think the people will do what they need to do when shown the way, when shown there's another option. And if I'm not there to see it, so be it. I don't want them to make a fancy statue of me. I want them to fight for what they deserve.
How noble of you.
Hardly.
I don't. A few months ago, I would never have claimed to have been a worldly man. Live in a small town or come from a small town. I hear tales from traders, travelers that pass through. My own sister, a couple of times, brought back tales from faraway lands I didn't think could be real. Uh, this being one of them. I do know that when there's a great upheaval, even if the target of that great upheaval is the strong and powerful, the people who suffer the weak, the people that suffer the most are the people who are already weak.
Let me save you a bit, because I feel like you and I are just doing a dance around each other. I say the same thing, you say the same thing, and yet neither are swayed, which is regrettable but fine. Um, um, I'll say this wish talk is more interesting to me. Probably would the way I'd use it is probably different than you use it, but it's not mine to use. Am I right? Um, the thing is, I'd need to see a magical change right now, as I stated, and what ho, if you could think of something. But alas, um, a lot of people have put a lot of work into what we're doing now. I've spent a lot of time planting seeds, suffering, and I plan to continue doing what I promised the people I'd do. So, feels like we have officially, possibly, met our impasse. Okay, perfect.
I think I'm doing far too much talking. I think there are the people here that must have things to say.
What?
I said I think there are the people in this room that must have things to say. The bottleneck, for instance,
Oh,
might might uh, might want to see his brother brought back. Um, that's a thing that we can do, and I don't know if his loyalties are more to what you're trying to accomplish or to seeing his brother come back.
ooh. She raises a hand. Bottleneck, you have been presented with either bribery or blackmail. You're welcome, Bottleneck, to lay down your arms if you are holding this over his head.
I'm just saying that there are things that can be discussed and traded, and that if the spark is struck, might not be possible afterwards. Because I'm not the one that can bring him back. So it doesn't matter if you upset me by doing what you're going to do, but you might upset the person that can help you. The only two people here that can help you.
Bottleneck, by all means, floor's yours. Sorry if I've been a bit of a chatty Cathy. Um, he's been sitting there kind of quiet, a bit pensive. Like he's actually been like taking things in as much as he can. In the end, I love my brother. He's an idiot. Uh, fucking love him though. Um, it hurt more when I believed for a moment that he didn't believe in the cause anymore. That hurt worse. Uh, but knowing that wasn't him, he'd he'd be pissed as fuck if he came back and I had given up. So, I'm sorry. I hope that you will find it in you if you are able to bring him back. but I will not stop. Thank you, Bottleneck. Um, so, see, I wish I had more time to dwell on this fancy wish of yours, and I'd hate to try and commandeer it. Um, my time is limited. Um, maybe, maybe across the board, literally, you know. But I I talk about magical fixes, and then presented with one, I can't even begin to think. I can't even begin to imagine what the easy answer would be, right? Huh.
And part of me worries that it's because you don't want to.
For a very long time, sir, I wanted nothing more. And maybe now I'm a bit jaded. And maybe I'm a curmudgeon, which I'd believe. I'd believe that. But the world has taught me some lessons. And I am just listening to my teacher.
Hmm.
Um, I'd I would love if I could just walk out there, stand on that stage in his place, and say my piece. But I know, no matter how many people down there believe in me, either nothing happens or just my word incites violence. So I'll do it for him. Words are powerful enough to start something. I don't want to put that on their shoulders. Once again, if I thought it would do a fucking thing. Because I did it before, long time ago, for the Greys. But
Trying to follow you.
I'll re-elaborate if you need me to.
So, what do you mean your word will incite violence if you go up there?
I think if I get on that stage and I explain my position, and I don't even call for violence, I just tell them what they could be seeing. Maybe the things they are blind to, or the things that their eyes are wide open to. If I show all of them what is right in front of them, there is no way in hell someone doesn't start fighting. People are going to fight when they know they have a chance at freedom, equality, a better life for them and theirs. All I have to say is that's a possibility. But things have to change. And there are people whose minds will go the way I've sort of been going.
And just a thought, I don't want to speak for anyone else here more than I already have. Say you succeed in what you're trying to do. I've already said we've got several of our number that can bring folk back from death. We've offered to do it for your slain here. What happens if you do what you're going to do, and then your victim is just brought back with magic?
Not even necessarily by any of us.
You think
I
they'll
think it
respond?
might be from one of y'all, if I'm picking up what you're putting down.
No, we're not the only ones we've met that can do this sort of magic, and if these people are as rich and powerful as we all know that they are, don't think that they have some sort of contingency in place? You don't think there's something they can summon for their protection?
Okay, everyone. Backup plan. What am I doing instead? All right, how am I helping the people?
Why don't we wait and we sit down?
We've
You,
been waiting a long fucking time.
uh,
Pardon my French.
well, no, you're pardoned for your language, of course. We sit down, all at a table. We five that arrived in your city uninvited. You, Bottleneck, Sindri, Mother of a Swan, Chief. We're all strong, powerful. We have opinions, and we might not even agree amongst us. You've seen what we can do, what we can do. We bring a balance to you if we come as your advocates in a parley. And you must be aware of the ties that some of us have to Sindri in positive ways. He wouldn't want to see harm come to a couple of us. Why don't we just wait? Don't do what you're going to do today, and we talk tomorrow.
Give us an opportunity to try.
If you do what you do today, it's your only chance.
But you could have another chance.
You have many other chances to make the change you want to see, and we'd be happy to help. That's why we stopped fighting.
Maybe there is something we can do with the wish, but there's no way of hashing that out in this short amount of time.
I'd happily give it to you.
Or I.
We do have two, don't we? Oh.
Wait,
Save
hold
it.
on. See, I was about to like come in and be like, "Ooh, such a limited resource. You got two of them."
As it just so happened, that is all we do have. But we do have to.
Insane.
Well, what if we asked
So-
Loki to open the box again and we could draw out more cards and get more, maybe?
Oh, or maybe some more of us, I don't know, forget a few more things.
It's okay. I can fight death
so,
again.
Yeah, you definitely cleaned up real well against that Avatar of Death, actually. It was very...
she's just now
Interesting.
watching, like just fully taking in the scene now. Fen, the only reason I have not asked you to roll anything, you cannot physically roll high enough to persuade her.
Oh, I'm sure of that.
Yeah, you physically cannot, nor can Nyx.
I'm
The thing
putting
is,
down
Held
breadcrumbs.
can't either. Uh, the only people who can are Roshan and Nana, but she has to put like
The stank
something
on
on
it.
it. She
Yeah,
doesn't have enough without
Just
the stank.
raw. Cool.
Um,
Okay. Yeah.
I will tell you that everybody else cannot roll high enough
Got
I've just
you.
been
without
putting down
magical intervention.
breadcrumbs, loaves of bread to follow.
I think Roshan will will chime in. He's been quiet this whole time because he doesn't know how to feel about it. He likes it and he hates it. But I think seeing Nyx not quietly seething at the door, just she's tense, and I think he can tell that if things go the way they are planning on going, then somebody's dying, and it's not just Sindri. So I think he will pipe up and say, if we could get you to reconsider, to sit down at the table and have this conversation.
If we could guarantee you a seat with the people who are the most significant, the most powerful, direct, eye to eye.
And guarantee your safety with our
On top of
lives.
that, absolutely.
Roshan, because I'm being polite and picking Roshan. I am
Thank
being
you.
polite in this moment and picking the person who has the best persuasion roll.
Please, thank you.
Um,
I'm trying to back him up.
I will be giving Roshan advantage. I'm going to tell you straight up, the DC is 30. You're welcome if you have things you can throw on it, you're welcome to, but the DC is 30, which is not impossible for you. It's not super difficult for you, but the dice could protest.
The
I
dice
wish I
could
could give you
protest.
mine. I can only do
Um,
commanding presence on me.
Your commanding presence would, if you rolled like max, you'd be like Roshan has a plus 16 to this roll.
Yeah.
So if somebody
Can
has
Jeez.
something, oh yeah, go ahead.
can I use inspiration if one of them doesn't hit it?
I'd prefer if you did all three now, like
Sure,
used your
I'll do that.
inspiration in this moment. So you'll be rolling 3 rolls.
I'll do that then. Uh, 2 of them were under 10, but the other one was an 18.
Okay.
So 34.
Yes! Oh!
It's like it's always the youths. The youths come in and they try to melt your bitter old heart. Uh, the thing is, I don't know if I got one left. So, but here's the thing. I currently have no intent of stopping. I'll be honest with you. And the thing is, if I do stop, a lot of people's hard work and planning goes to waste. And I bet you I end up in a cell if they catch me. If they catch me. You feel me? So here's the thing. I am willing, because you all are so gung ho, and for some reason, I believe you. You believe this so fucking hard that maybe it's possible. I'll give you. Let's see. What time is it? You have an hour and a half. If you can organize this in an hour and a half and get it all set up and in the works, I will sit at that table, pleased as punch. I will say my piece. I will listen to your piece, their piece, and we'll see if we can come to a conclusion. If we can't, that is a pity. If we can, um, I'll know. Eat my fucking at. So, that's what we'll do. We will allow you to walk out of here freely. And honestly, if you decide to use that time to warn as many people as you like, we will not get in your way. Stops nothing. But we will not get in your way. You have an hour and a half to set something up. And I will be there. Bells on. And maybe I'll bring friends. Not a lot. I don't want to show a force. So. The clock's ticking.
All right.
Is there anyone you would like us to invite other than the top 3?
Those are the ones that I think have the most sway. If there's somebody else that stands out to you that you think maybe will help in some way, by all means. I will bring the people that I think will help most. I will try to bring my most receptive and my least. And we will talk. Does that work for everyone here? Do we have an understanding?
I think that works.
It works. Can you give us something to go on to make sure no one dies in the next hour and a half?
Sadly, she extends a hand forwards just towards the group. You only have my word.
Well, I think that's about as good as we're going to get. And I think Nana will step forward and take that hand and shake it.
All right. I had a fucking watch. Ha. You're free to
We'll be
use
out of there.
the other door. Um, we'll make sure that you're allowed through. It'll be a lot quicker for you because you are on a bit of a time crunch.
Just a touch. Thank you.
So, by all means. And she motions to the door.
And away we do go, I assume.
You all get up,
Away we fucking go.
and the
Finish
timer
our drinks.
starts.
Here we go.
Everyone's like, hold on. And as you all start your timer, this is where we're going to stop for today. Thank you all for being here. If you want to see how we got here in the first place, you can go over to youtube.com/the Dice Cult to watch past episodes of On the Backs of Gods and our other shows being Gossamer Vale, yay! Gossamer Vale is another D&D campaign run by Katie, Celtic mythology. We're out here trying to deal with some nasty bandits who are doing nasty bandit things, and I would say, lucky for us, are not like morally dubious. They're like, it's like, oh, these guys fucking suck. I
Yeah,
think
by
they
and
just fucking
large,
suck.
straight
But,
down to
like,
the core.
pretty
guys
bad
seem
across
pretty
the
shitty.
board.
Pretty
So we don't
shitty.
have to think too hard on that. Maybe Katie will hurt our feelings later. But currently, they seem to just suck. Which I love to see a bad guy who just kind of sucks. Y'all killed my last one, and he is real dead and in two realities, I suppose. Um,
Hell
but
yeah. Dead
if
twice.
you would like to watch Gossamer Vale, you can go over to YouTube to catch up. You can also join us every other Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here over on Twitch. But not this Thursday, next Thursday.
Yes, next
This
Thursday
is your
the
time to catch up.
7th.
You can catch
Yes.
up because so it kind of goes like this. So it's like the show goes up on a Thursday, and then the next Thursday, that's when the show goes up on YouTube. So really, it's Gossamer Vale every week, but
Ooh.
but hoops that you jump through.
It's every other platform. Every other week, see.
Yeah. If you'd like to keep up with us and not have to remember that, you can just follow us on the socials, Facebook, Blue Sky, and Instagram, where we post pictures and updates and kind of keep you posted on our schedule and things like that. So you can keep up and join us for Gossamer Vale and on the Backs of Gods and whatever we might be up to. You never know.
You never know.
Also, if you want some beautiful dice that know how to tell a story, and today we're just rolling 20s, hardcore all
Jeez.
day, you can go to the chat or the box below and get some dice from Katie. If you are interested in some pretty click clacks. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate it. We love telling you a story. We'll be here same time, same place, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining us, cultists.